Hello, YouTube. I don't really update this much. Um, Maybe that'll change. I don't know. I'm just feeling like streaming a little bit. Somebody mentioned that I should put some stuff on my YouTube channel, and I thought, yeah, that's probably a good idea. So today I'm going to play a bit of, not Dreadnought, Dreadnought. Dreadnought is somebody who plays Dreadnought. I've been playing the hell out of this game for the last couple months, since before they released to Steam and after. They just recently released their game to Steam, and it has mixed reviews, but I think there's a couple reasons for that. One, it was a bumpy launch. I'll give it that. They also dramatically changed the user interface that had been around essentially, I think, for a couple of years. Just something brand new and somewhat less intuitive when they were going for more intuitive, in my opinion. It's a better UI. It needs some iterations. So there was a lot of resistance to that, and I think that turned into some negative reviews. And the other thing that I mentioned, didn't mention, I said there were two things, is that the tier 1 of the ships may not catch everybody right away. They are pretty simple. You have one set of 4 weapons you can use, or modules rather. And even in tier 2, the difference isn't that big. You're still very limited in what you can do in terms of building your ships. But once you hit 3 and 4, it opens up quite a bit, and you can have multiple builds for ships. So the possibilities, the speed that you have, the maneuverability in general, the different modules, like there's warp modules, there's nukes, there's you name it. I'm not going to go over them all at the moment, but it becomes a much different game, and I think a better game once you hit tier 3. And so I'm wondering if people kind of got the simple version of it and never stuck around for the full version, if you know what I mean. Like they didn't grind out enough to get to the really fun stuff. And yes, there is sometimes a grind. There's no doubt about that. It's a free-to-play game, and my guns are in my back. Oh, I didn't see you, Sniper McGee. And I'm too far away from these storm missiles to do anything. I don't even know why I fired them. Because I knew I was going down. Anyhow, yeah, those are my 2 cents on why I think it's not as popular as it should be. And I'm not going to likely do a running commentary through the whole little playthrough here. Not always my style. But what is going on? Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, let's do a drain. And let's follow that up with a flurry of missiles to end that whole situation all in one swoop. There we go. You got missiles coming at me, so I best... Ah, damn. Outrun the nuke. Outrun the missiles. I'm not going to outrun those missiles, so I got to turn off my shield, but... Yeah, see there? I was kind of screwed either way. I had to save my shields to absorb the missiles because I had no health, or try and make a run for it, but I am not faster than those missiles. If I was in a Corvette class, I can pretty well outrun them, but not in my little destroyer here. Oh, I put nukes on. You can have multiple loadouts on your ships. So you can have an A and a B loadout, which lets you have a bit of flexibility with the same ship within... Oh, go away. Within a match. You can't change out all your modules in the middle of a match, but you can switch to your other loadout when you die, which for some of us is far more often than for others. Come on. I'm kind of getting a little risky here, hitting in the middle of their territory. We just warped off in different directions. I did not get them finished off. Come on. Damn, what a waste. I feel like I should have just finished him off and taken the death. Alright. This is a good opportunity to switch to that other loadout I was talking about. From Dark and Stormy for the storm missiles to Duke Nuke. And we shall see what sort of havoc I can wreak with him. Ooh, I have not used this paint job before, but it is pretty. It looks so much better here than in the hangar. So this one is very much like the other build, except I have a nuclear torpedo to go with my drain torpedo. So when this works out, ooh, it's spectacular. Drain torpedo is locked on, and let's toss a nuke at it too, because hey, go big. Go away. Nobody wants you here. I gotta get turned in the other direction. Nope, go away. Hopefully I got a bit of shield to take these missiles. Yikes. That nuke's not going to do anything really. Did it get away? I didn't even see if it got it off. Every once in a while those rogue nukes will pick out somebody in a crowd on the death screen, and it's really fun. Alright. Let's... I haven't even looked at the score. We're edging ahead, so let's do something a little different here. I'm going to come in from the blue. Oh, what are you doing? Don't do that. Nobody likes somebody sneaky. Alright, punch it. Drop. Ah, behind a thing. Let's do a drain torpedo, followed by a nuke. I should really be shooting at him this whole time. Call it out, guys. Help me out. Go. Ah! Come on! He's right there! There's no one with me. That's so disappointing. He was so close. Where'd he go? Can I find him before it's too late? What are you doing behind enemy lines? Get out. I'm going to throw everything at you because you were in the wrong spot. But I just wasted my nuke. Thank you for the heals. Yes, it's a healer class. There's a tank class. I don't know what you'd call the TACs. They're tactical. Destroyers, which are a nice balance of defense and offense, which is what I'm flying now. Save your shields for all those missiles. Oh yeah, I'm like looking at a different part of the screen, not even focusing on aiming, which I guess you didn't know is important in games of skill and shooting, aiming and stuff, as is getting out of the way of snipers. Get out of the way. I kind of want to go take care of that sniper. Don't have a drain. But you don't have a whole lot anyway, so let's do this. Find you and drop a nuke and a scrambling pulse. So you're super confused. And where'd that nuke go? Oh man, that did not work out nearly as well as I wanted it to. Oh, you got a friend here. Damn. Dang. Alright, so best laid plans and all that did not work out. Let's try it again. No harm done. The nuke is a little tough to pull off sometimes. Oops, hey. What are you sitting there for? Wake up. Wake up. Nuke. You didn't think I was going to give up on you that quickly, did you? Oh, I cannot finish anybody off to save my life today. Ah, well. It happens. It happens. Hey, I got an assist. So I did something. Maybe somebody finished him off after all. I could have chose a better day for this. And I'm not trying to justify my many deaths because I am well and truly used to those. Because I am quite reckless. What are you thinking? You just got bored, didn't you? You just got bored. Oh, you dropped a mine, didn't you? Is that what happened? Oh, they're not. So you can't find me in here. Silly missiles. Yes, what was I saying? I don't recall. Something about I'm not trying to justify my suckage. But I've only had about 2 hours of sleep today. There we go. That turned out a little better. That's what I was looking to do. You seem to get out of it alive. Take out the healer if I can. Oh, come on. You missed. You missed. That was disappointing. Scramble you to confuse you. Ah. Those TACs, they can, if they have energy generation, that can renew their energy on those shields, they can last forever. I love that combination. Not sure if that's what he had, but they can be very survivable, those TAC cruisers. I have a relatively soft destroyer compared to, I think, the likes of the Vigo and that sort of thing, but this thing is very fast. Kind of ridiculous. Punch it. What are you doing? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm nuking you from short range because I'm wild card. Did I get him? I didn't get him. Wild card! Whoa. That was fun to fly into. What is all this? Who's getting me? Who's getting me? Ow! What is happening? I don't even know. I'm not even mad. Just impressed. Why do you hate me so? What did I ever do to you? Oh, I got no shields either. Man, they're mad at me. Something. Yeah, I can't get in after you. Oh, and there's a guy. There we go. Nuke-tastic. Hey, by the way, thanks for the heals. Always thank your healer, even if they suck, because the only way to get good at it is to suck at it for a long time. Wild card! Oh no, you're a healer. We won! Hooray! Anyway, that's a game of Dreadnought. It's not the best game of Dreadnought, not my best game of Dreadnought, but it was fun. Lots of different things you can do. That was one ship. That was a destroyer. One of many ships. I should quickly show you the ships just before I finish this off, because it was 7 kills. I'm okay with that. There's a lot of ships. Where are they? There's so 3 different classes of ships. Not going to pretend to know the exact difference of them, but they all have their unique sort of qualities. The Oberons are I lean towards because they're fast and they're like the glass cannon version of everything, as far as I can tell. But they are also quick. So that's a selection of ships is broken up into tiers. When you first start, you have a tier 1. You earn through play by gaining XP. You earn the XP to purchase these ships and the money. And you move on up, and with each level up, you have access to more tech. So on this tier 1, this is what I was talking about earlier. You only have one real loadout. And, you know, the slightly better version of the loadout gets used to that system. But as you come up through the levels, you can see that the possibilities start to increase. Here we've got 3 possible for each slot. So for the four weapon slots in your primary weapons. So a few more options, but once you hit the 3rd tier, I'm just going to follow up on this tactical cruiser line. You see there's a little more variety in it. So now I can both drop a repair pod, well, I can drop a repair pod, or I have the option to go away from that healing ability to a drain mine, which is more of a utility, drains people's shields, or missiles, which is a bit more offensive. And the same goes for these. You start with a beam amplifier which is just a buff to yourself, which gives you a stronger beam both for healing and for damage. But you can even get away from that, away from your primary weapon. You can drop Tesla coil pods instead of being able to increase your beam power, or tractor beam pods. So they become more utility, and you can, or there's more possibility for utility. There's more possibility for different builds. So then you can now at tier 3 have, reason to have an A and a B loadout, because you can do a full healing build on this, as well as a more tactical build. And you can do that for every class of ship. Has that same concept as you get up. I'm not even sure once you're up into 5 you have access to all of the modules. So you can see there's going to be quite a few options for the play style available to you the longer you get into it. And I didn't want to do full mechanics, but my quick overview, if I can click the buttons properly, I can go into a loadout and I can show you that there's another thing that unlocks as of, I believe, tier 3. These officer briefings. So these are further modifiers to your ship as well. So this is a retaliator. It's a perk that says when I take damage, what is it saying? Oh yeah, when I take damage, my modules, the cooldowns go away faster as I'm taking damage with my shields on. Alternately, I can use, what's a better one? Desperate Measures, which I use on a lot of my ships now that I've got it. Removes debuffs, refills your energy, and resets all of your cooldowns when you're at 25% health, which is a really cool. It's a cool mechanic, but it's not entirely overpowered, but because a lot of times by the time you get down to 25%, you're under a heavy fire, and you can't always get those modules fired off before they finish that last 25%. Maybe on a Dreadnought that might be a little easier to manage, but I've only ever used it so far, I think, on that destroyer that I was just playing. Anyhow, that's all I wanted to say about that. I just wanted to play the one game, post something to my YouTube channel for the first time in many years, and I thought, or not many years, months, and I thought it would be good if it were about Dreadnought, because I am kind of obsessed. That's all for now, and I will probably do another one of these in the not too distant future. Cheers, and thanks for watching.